All right, y'all, it's T. We out here at the tackle bench. I'm gonna do a damn unboxing or unbagging, whatever you want to call it, video. I'm not a big fan of them. I've already done a few on the channel. Kind of think they're cheesy, at least when I do them. So it's just not a big thing for me to focus on. But if we're being honest, your boy needs content. So let's go ahead and turn the camera down, show you what's on the bench. Got some end of the year stuff. Some stuff I needed, some stuff I just want to try out. Let's take a peek. First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Discount Tackle. So that's where I ordered it from. This was last Friday. It was Black Friday, but technically I just was going with the sales that they had. It wasn't like a special deal for the holidays or anything like that. But they're out in Oregon, Wilsonville, Oregon, if you believe what's here on this package. And I'm out in Virginia Beach. So I'm on the other side of the damn country. I placed the order Friday midday here. I got the notification that it was getting shipped that evening. It got here Monday. So between Friday night, over the weekend, after a holiday, and then Monday it got here. Holy crap, it's like unprecedented. So big shout out to the Discount Tackle homies for getting it out real quick. All right, let's take a peek. So we're kind of all over the place here. I'll explain why I got what I got. And then, yeah, that's just what we're going to do. First and foremost, right out the bag, the BKK Predator WG, so drop shot / wacky. So the reason I got these, one, I haven't had any BKK hooks before. Well, right now, this is the first time I've owned any of their stuff. So this is going to be fun just to kind of see what we're working with. But I got these kind of like short bend, drop shot wacky, size 1/0. Really, a lot of the motivation behind this, I've been using these hooks. I'm a big fan of VMC, and I've been using these hooks for most of my wacky rigging stuff. I'm starting to get to the point where I feel like when you have that longer shank, I'm pretty sure y'all can see it, like it's not a short shank hook, it's got that long straight shank. I feel like I get hung up more with those. And there's even like a weedless option of this that has a couple things that flare up off the front. I own those too. And I didn't really see a difference between the hookup thing. Now I've got some other brand hooks that are these like smaller, shorter ones that don't have that extended shank. So I'm thinking maybe the shorter shank hooks might be better at just getting through crud and a lot of sticks and brush and stuff like that in the waters that I'm fishing. And I'm thinking some of these shorter shank hooks are not as likely to get snagged up. So I'm kind of testing that theory as well, as I just want to see if these hooks are any good. So we got some BKKs that's going into the box ASAP. All right, we got some Z-Man, some turds. Yeah, everybody knows about the finesse turds, man. So really, I just got these because these have this green pumpkin and orange kind of thing going on. Obviously, spring's coming up. The reds, the oranges do really well for various reasons that are linked to biology. And I don't really have anything like this. Now, I've got plenty of turds, especially after Taco Bell. But what we wanted to do was get some of the reds going. So that's what this was for, really just to round out some of the color palettes. But yeah, by the time we get to like February, March, these are probably going to end up in the bag. But I mean, y'all know what this is, man. It's a classic, especially if you're doing the Ned rig. You got to know what these are about. So that's why I got them right there. Next, we got a couple packs of Fusion. So these are the Berkley brand of hooks. So we got some size 8s and some size 10 trebles. I was trying to get some smaller trebles because I need to replace some hooks on some smaller crankbaits. Also got some things in this order that I'm going to be using these hooks for. Normally, I'm a big fan of the Mustad triple grips. In fact, I got some up here right in front of me on the bench. But they didn't have the size I wanted, or at least they didn't have them in stock when I was ready to place the order. I've had good luck with some of the Fusion 19 hooks. I don't know if I've ever bought packs of their trebles like this before. It's kind of neat how they package them. But yeah, so they're just going to get swapped in to some lures that I already have, again, as well as some I got in this pack. So we'll see if they do pretty well. But generally speaking, if these suck, I can always go back to the triple grip. So if you've been using these at all and you got some feedback for me, let me know. But we got some size 8s, some size 10s. We're going to make it happen. Couple boxes, couple bigger boxes. All right, P-Line, Fluoro Clear. So it's the fluorocarbon coated mono, basically. It's kind of like the hybrid copolymer, whatever you want to call it. So the reasoning behind this, and so we got 6-pound test and we got 10-pound test. Both of them are the 300-yard filler spools. Generally speaking, a lot of my leader lines, when I'm doing a leader, I will do either 6, 8, or 10-pound test, depending on what I'm throwing and where I'm throwing it. I've already got fluorocarbon. I've got a couple 6s. I've got a couple spools of 8s, and I've got some 10 that I've been using. But I also like to have the option for something that is not fluorocarbon, so basically monofilament. mainly because sometimes I don't really necessarily believe the whole fluorocarbon thing is going to be too much of an advantage. But I don't mind stretch. I know some of y'all are going to say stretch is horrible, but in more ways than one, I could benefit from some more stretching. So I got this because it kind of blends both worlds. You know, you got the fluorocarbon coatedness, so it kind of helps supposedly with the visibility factor underneath the water so you don't scare off fish. But most of my water is pretty dirty, so I don't think that matters. The price was right. P-Line, generally speaking, hasn't let me down, and I figured we might as well give her a shot. I've never used a FluoroClear before. Worst case scenario is I can just put some 6 on some of my smaller spinning setups. So even if we don't like it for the intended purpose, it's going to get used. So that's why we got those. A couple more things, but they generally always send out a sticker at random as far as the color, so I haven't seen this one before, so I'm definitely going to put that to use. All right. Z-Man, the Flashback Mini. This is the smallest of the two sizes. This is 16th ounce. I've been getting into like the small lures, BFS if you want to call it that, but generally speaking, just the small stuff. And I keep hearing good things about these as far as just catching really anything that's out there swimming, and I'm all about catching whatever swimming. So I got this. Now, word on the street is not a lot of folks are fans of the plastics that come with them, and that's fine, because I got plenty of stuff. I got these Z-Man Finesse lures, I got the Bobby Garlands, I got some stuff that I can put on here. But folks also complain about how the jig head itself, and you can't see it because it's already kind of preloaded with one of the plastics. There's some frustrations because it doesn't have like a bait keeping thing on it between you know, a wire or any type of collar that would allow the plastic to stay on there. I've got an idea. I'm going to try it out. I haven't done it before, but if y'all want to see it, let me know. But I've got a pretty good idea on how to fashion one, like a DIY, just kind of substitute plastic keeper, whatever you want to call it, that I can put onto the shank and kind of serve that purpose. So if you're interested, let me know. But I'm definitely going to just throw this, maybe not anytime soon just because it's cold, but I hear a lot of good things and I'm very susceptible to peer pressure. So that's why we got this, to see if we can't go snag a gar or something like that. I wish I was joking. All right, so the rest of the stuff's in here kind of goes along the same trend. And really what that is, you know, it's cold. I still plan to get out a little bit when I can, at least. And what you find out, and I've even got to, when it gets cold, man, you really got to, you know, try some new things. Blade baits, really, you know, I don't really throw them other than when it's cold. And I've got one here. I think this is, I don't even know who makes this. This might be a Bass Pro. But anyway, I needed some spoons, blade bait style stuff. I've got a few in the collection. I got a couple silver buddies, but I needed something that I guess we could say could give me some more confidence moving forward. So I went old school off the jump. The Super Duper. Now, I've inherited some tackle from some family members, and there are Super Dupers in some of the tackle boxes. The problem is they're just straight up corroded and rusted and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I could throw them, but I don't necessarily have the faith that they won't snap in half if I end up getting something with some weight on it. So I saw that they had some Super Dupers there at the discount tackle. This is the 1.5 inch version. I'm going to change out that hook for one of these Fusion trebles, but essentially, and it says that, you know, troll and cast and fly fish and whatever you want to do it, you can drop it vertically, you can cast it. Ain't much to it. It's kind of shaped like a U. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it just kind of looks like it's got something wrong with it in the water. And apparently the fish decide to see if it's worth a snack. So I got that for that reason. Also kicked it back. Acme, the Castmaster. They got these little spoons. Look at this little dude right here. I wanted something small, compact. Definitely going to change out that treble hook with one of these new ones I got here in the Fusion pack. But really, it's got a UV coating on it. It's supposed to be flashy. Really, it's supposed to get their attention. Throwing it on some light tackle. I think it'll be fun. It looks good. They get good reviews. Castmaster spoons through Acme. I mean, they've been around forever, right? So I can probably make something fall for it, and that's the plan on that one right there. Here's something I've never seen before, and I like stuff I've never seen before. It's a jackknife from Mr. Crappy. So it's an 1/8 ounce. It's through Strike King. But I hadn't seen a color like this before with most of the other spoons I was looking at. So it's got that black and that chartreuse. It's got the feathered treble on it. Probably going to leave that there. It's about 1 inch in size. That's not including all the stuff going on with the treble, but I figure we give it a shot. Maybe get their attention on some of those days where it's a little bit darker. And then again, I've got some darker water around me. So that could be the ticket. Figure I might as well pick it up. How about it? Finally, all right, what is this? The Sonic Baitfish from Max Lures. What do we got? A 1/4 ounce. It's got a UV coating. It's got a glow coating on it. It says it can be cast, swam, jigged, or trolled. But I also like it because it comes with a, so it's a straight shank hook. So if you want to take the treble off and just put a single hook on there, you can. If you want to put another hook on that end, so you got one on either end and you can just like vertical jig it off the top, you can do that as well. So you can kind of choose how you want to play it. This is the glow orange because it's, well, orange and it glows. I've never used one of these before, but because you got the different rigging options, I figured it might as well be worth a shot, man. It's a 1/4 ounce. It says trout, salmon, walleyes, koniki, panfish, all that kind of stuff. Again, I'll probably catch a gar on it. I thought it was neat. We'll figure it out. If you use these and you got recommendations on how to rig it up, let me know. But it's got the snap. Again, it's got the straight hook. It's got the treble hook. Pretty neat. I like it. And that's that. Shout out to Discount Tackle. Super quick shipping from Oregon to Virginia Beach. I appreciate it because now I got all this great stuff I get to play with and figure out if I can sucker some cold water fish into biting. But that's the plan. Any questions or comments, y'all know where to leave them. I'll see you on the next one.